Free Incorporation Toolkit. They're giving them away for free at 1-800-600-8551. That's 1-800-600-8551.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My air conditioner broke down.
Sorry, but your home insurance doesn't cover air conditioner breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my air conditioner?
I'm afraid not.
But his air conditioner could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus major components of 20 other home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. Homeowners insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. That's 1-800-900-9203. 1-800-900-9203.
Sure, you're good at what you do, but if you've ever found yourself knee-deep in spreadsheets with more emails than you can count, you could be doing much better. It's time to power up your productivity with the right business software. Let me tell you about Capterra.com. The search for software can be long and painful, and where do you even start? Capterra is an easy-to-use software comparison site with over 400 categories of business software for you to choose from. Whether you need help with website building, customer service, or project management, Capterra.com is the place to go. They have thousands of ratings and reviews from actual software users just like you. And using Capterra is absolutely free. You won't spend weeks or months searching the internet because all the information you need is in one place. And you won't waste time and money on software that's not right for your business. Visit Capterra.com today and join the millions of people who use Capterra every month. That's Capterra, Capterra.com. Capterra.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
Oh, I had my joints all ached. My sciatic nerve was really bad. Like 10 hours, my eyes were so tired and heavy and almost burning. And then when I woke up in the morning, there was this nagging pain. I mean, it hurt to open them. And just in a week, like, I don't have the nagging pain anymore. My joints stopped hurting. And I'm in wood season. I'm lugging wood right now, and I'm not hurting. So that's, like, amazing for me. I'm usually really suffering. It's pretty effective. And so now, like I said, my husband and I are both taking it. And he even said his joints aren't aching as much, and he's feeling better.
Good health is only a phone call away. What are you waiting for? Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660 AM.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. Dee had joined us right before the break and wanted to spend some time. Start over, Dee. Give us what you were talking about.
Well, I was just talking about how I wanted to use New Orleans as the example of taking and removing these monuments and these statues that have been there forever. It's part of New Orleans. It's part of who they are. And, this is just a big political thing. And because of a few people, just a few people, these mayors of these cities that want to appease some people, they're willing to let this happen. And this is happening because of them. That's why this is going on. Because, the ones that are pulling these statues down, and I'm watching it right now, what they did in Charlotte, on Tucker, and I'm telling you, it is just, it's appalling and it's sickening. And, you take a city like New Orleans, I mean, there's bigger problems there than the statues.
And not only that,
people,
look,
it's
not
ridiculous.
only that, but what people don't understand about New Orleans is that the entire city of New Orleans is a monument to everybody getting along together.
It sure is.
Because everybody's there, everybody's broke, There's no money in New Orleans except for the people living in Slidell and the people that are living uptown.
Isn't that sad though?
But the thing about it was that there was so much joy in it.
I know.
There was so much joy living in that town. There's a song about it. It says, "Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans?"
Yeah.
And I do. And I do know what it means. It is an entire city that's devoted, that wasn't devoted on purpose. It just happened to suddenly everybody's everybody. And if you don't believe me, go down there and take a look at the people that are called, what are they?
Cajuns?
No, they're not Cajuns. They're oh man, there's an entire group of people that are mixed race, that have been,
I know I forgot to
I'm sorry, I probably should have thought about that before, but it's been a long time since I lived in New Orleans, but I'll remember it anyway. I mean, they're just, it is a monument to everybody getting along, and that kind of separation again, that division again, went through that city is just, it's stupid. It is just so freaking stupid.
The saddest part about it is that New Orleans is now one of the most dangerous cities that you can go to.
Yeah.
And here they're worried about the monuments, and instead it's so dangerous. People have been getting hurt just walking down the street. I mean, I was down there 3 years ago with my mom sick. And when I was there, even the doctor said, be careful. This is a very dangerous city for you to be wandering. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, I got you. Thanks, Dee. Appreciate your time. Let me get to Ed in Dallas. Ed, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hello. What is the official religion of communism?
Communism is the official religion of communism.
That is correct. Okay. So the government is the religion. What is the religion of the government of the Arab countries?
It is Islam.
Correct. Now, when the radical parts of Islam these people, like the Taliban, conquered the vacuum,
right?
Out there, they made it a point to destroy every single Christian and Jewish monument that there was, so that would be eradicated from history.
And then build a mosque either on top of whatever was left or in very close proximity.
Correct. Now, what is the religion of the Nazi Party?
German nationalism.
Correct. That's correct. Nazism.
German nationalism, if you're talking about the Nazis. If you're talking about neo-Nazis, then they're confused. It is anti-Jewish racism and totalitarian socialism.
That is correct. So the government is the religion, and they also made it a point to destroy the church, to get rid of Christianity, to ban all religion, and to persecute the Jews, and to destroy all their cemeteries and things like that, so that there would be no record of them around.
Right, exactly. That's what the book burning was all about.
Yeah, and the Russians also did book burning. And the Russians and the Germans also found if anybody disagreed with them, they killed them.
Yes.
Now, we're not at that point yet. We're not at this point in this country, but socialism, or basically, which is communism, okay, you have these different factions, kind of like with Trotsky and Marx and Lenin and all these other guys. They're all Black Lives Matter. That's a faction of the communism. And
I agree. I agree completely. I believe that, well, actually, I think what they are more than anything else are just useful idiots. I mean, people that are just totally disconnected from reality, being used by people that are not disconnected from reality. It's like taking a corrosive gang of thugs and giving them a mission. No. The only race that matters is yours, says George Soros to Black Lives Matter, and then gives them a bunch of money to go along and do their work. I mean, is George Soros a member of Black Lives Matter? No, he's just an agent provocateur providing resources for people, for useful idiots like Black Lives Matter, to go into the society and create a mess for no apparent reason than just creating a mess. There's nothing wrong with these monuments. There's no reason to take them down. They are, to a degree, this is turning into a learning opportunity for all of us because we've all learned that the KKK was a left-wing organization, not a right-wing organization. We've all learned that neo-Nazism was, again, a left-wing organization, not a right-wing organization. We've learned that conservatives who believe in history, who believe in those things that are not racist, but do believe in the history of their country and their heritage and so on and so forth, should stand for these monuments, and they do. And these are the things that are important to all of us. So there are right-wing people that are involved. I'm one of them. I'm not going to allow somebody to knock down a statue of General Sam Houston. Certainly not in Houston. I'm not going to do that. Racism, slavery, crimes against humanity. I got it. I think I'm one of the first people to say that they are crimes against humanity because I don't think people actually appreciate how damaging racism is. But racism has been used as a it is as a political bludgeon to beat the living crap out of conservatives for decades, wielded by these self-righteous former bigots, that actually have a history of it. I was tweeting the other day. I said, as long as there's 100-year-old rich history of bigotry in the Democrat Party, they're going to be people lying about Republicans and trying to foist racism on us. It's ridiculous. But I guess if I had as guilty a conscience as most Democrats, I'd probably want to get rid of it too. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it. Jacqueline Floyd is probably one of the most intelligent people I know. Love the gal. She's brilliant. She truly is. Oh, by the way, the mixed race people, if you don't believe that New Orleans is a monument to people getting along with each other, of all races, of all creeds, all colors, then go and introduce yourself to a New Orleans Creole. Creole is the word. That's the mixed race people of New Orleans are Creole. They are beautiful. They're just gorgeous people. They are, I mean, if all of the races get together, in the millions of you, and well, I'll just say, let's just say 10,000 years from now, if all of the races on Earth get together, if they are able to create human beings that look like Creoles, we're going to be the best looking people in the universe. Because Creoles are beautiful. They have this cafe au lait skin and these bright green eyes, and they're just vibrantly smart and just completely cosmopolitan. They're wonderful. And there is a future for all of us. We got to stop beating the crap out of each other for a while, like we had done before. Now, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I do not know how long it's going to be before we elect someone else who's African American. But whoever that is going to have to promise, is going to have to run on a campaign that says racism is dead and I'm here to prove it. As opposed to I am here in spite of racism and I'm now going to beat the crap out of you because you've been racist all of my life. And even though you're not racist, even though we're killing racism every single year, more and more and more and more and more, we're going to throw gasoline on that fire because it suits us politically. Well, thanks very much, President Obama. Real good job. I hope you enjoyed your power trip, because it's going to cost this country at least a decade or two to get back to that level of progress. I mean, it's like, okay, do we want to live in the 60s again? No, we don't. We've had a nice little taste of it here in the last 5 years. And you know what? It sucked just as bad now as it did then. Of course, I thought the country was over with in 68. When they killed Martin, I thought that was it. I really did. I mean, I remember the night we were living in a trailer on Highway 64 in Brevard, North Carolina, right down from my elementary school. Mom and Dad were out playing bridge, and the word came through. We had the television on, the word came through, and our babysitter said they shot Martin Luther King Jr. And I remember the icy gut ball that I got in my stomach. I remember that. And it was like, holy crap. I was 10. I said, holy crap. What's happening to our country? And then you turn on the TV and there's the Chicago Democrat National Convention in 68. Chicago cops beating the crap out of people with sticks. And I remember seeing all of that and I'm wondering, God, is this what it looks like right before it all falls apart? There were a bunch of people outside Trump Tower tonight protesting President Trump. You know why? Because he didn't say that white supremacists were terrible fast enough. That's why. We'll get to that ridiculousness and more as we continue. Here on the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer. By the way, you can join us on TV. We're on the air and Google Hangouts and also YouTube live events. Join us on 660 AM The Answer.
Varicose and spider veins. What a gift from my mom. She had them and I got them. Not only are they uncomfortable and sometimes painful, but I stopped wearing shorts and skirts because I was embarrassed and hated the way my legs looked. So I went to Vein Clinics of America. The procedure took about an hour and I was right back to work. What they're doing these days with lasers and minimally invasive technologies is unbelievable. The staff made me feel so comfortable and the results, well, even my husband noticed. Vein Clinics of America has been treating vein disease for over 35 years. They're the largest and most experienced in the U.S. Look, I've been doing the commercials for vein clinics for years because I believe in them, and you can trust them too. The best part was my insurance covered the procedure. So stop hiding your legs this summer. There's no reason to suffer any longer. Call Vein Clinics of America now for your free fast-track consultation. Call 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975.
People always call us when they want a guaranteed income that can last as long as they do.
Jerry Bailey and Dottie Schaefer of the Retirement Hour.
When it's time for your last day at the office, enjoy some peace of mind, knowing you won't be blindsided in retirement.
We can help you create a guaranteed return on your money that keeps your money safe, growing, and compounding over time. We'll show you how. Call us for your free and no obligation retirement review in our Dallas or Fort Worth office, or just call for a second opinion on your retirement plan. 800-550-6750. Protect and grow with us. Local relationship, local accountability.
Leave your checkbook at home. The sooner you call, the safer your options.
Don't run out of money before you run out of time. Call Jerry and Dottie for your free no-obligation consultation. 800-550-6750. 800-550-6750. Learn more at theretirementhour.com. 800-550-6750.
Hey, time out, guys. Living an active life has always been important to me. I've been playing in the same weekend basketball game for years. And I try to get to the gym 2-3 times a week. But I'm in my 50s now, and my energy level and stamina just aren't what they used to be. I was ready to just accept it as part of getting older when I heard about nitric oxide. It's vital in our bodies as it signals our blood vessels to relax and expand, helping to increase circulation. But after 40, we don't produce enough of it. Then I discovered Super Beets, a powerful concentrated superfood that you drink. It supports blood flow and oxygen to your entire body, giving your heart and cardiovascular system a boost. Super Beets helps increase your energy, stamina, and vitality. Thanks to Super Beets, I'm back to living the healthy life I love.
You can try Super Beets for free for 10 days. Just dial **super to claim your free 10-day supply of Super Beets. All you pay is processing and handling. Dial **super on your mobile phone now to get your free 10-day supply. That's ** and the word super.
Futures and options trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors.
Fire the stockbroker and hire yourself. I'm Larry Levin, and I've been on the trading floor for 23 years. I was one of the biggest traders in the S&P pit. I'm also the president of Trading Advantage, the leading educational firm teaching people how to become professional day traders. Now, for a limited time, I'm offering one of the trading techniques I use to make $1.9 million for free. Invest in and control your own future. Get started right now by calling 800-914-5567. Leave your email address on my voicemail, and I'll email you my free trading technique and daily insider's market report at no cost to you. This is the very information I use to build my fortune.
I was getting ready to retire. I still needed to make extra income, but I didn't want to work for anyone else. Because of Larry and his excellent instructors, I can trade successfully for myself, and I'll never have to work for someone else again.
Fire the stockbroker and hire the most dependable person you know. You. Again, call in the next 90 minutes. Leave your email address on my voicemail. 800-914-5567. 800-914-5567.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. If it's important to you, it's on The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. John David Wells at your service. Jim in Dallas, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to The Wells Report. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Wells. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so we'll get that out of the way. And this is not a threat. This is a looking at the future.
Okay.
I'm afraid that if these African-American organizations that keep pushing to get all these Confederate monuments destroyed or removed, that there's going to be a severe whitelash because there's a lot of monuments to them. Martin Luther King and I forget what the guy's name up in Neosho, Missouri, that did all this research with peanuts. There's monuments to him up there.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff. There's even a all-black college here in the south part of Dallas, and these people are just crazy enough to say, "Okay, you want to take down our Confederate, we'll take care of yours."
Well, and the thing about it is this: is that I have brought that up. As a matter of fact, I'll share that with you right now if I can find it. Let me grab something that I did earlier today. I put this up on my Wells Report page, and it's the Wells Report. Let's see here. I was really happy with it. It was. Let me see if I can do a search now. Anyway, let me just give this to you. It's from Dallas, the Dallas Morning News. Confederate memorials are part of my heritage, and I want them gone. So this was an article by the incredibly good, incredibly great, incredibly sweet Jacqueline Jacqueline Floyd. Sorry, Jacqueline Floyd. I'm looking for my reply to this thing. Anyway, so what ends up happening is that she writes, a couple of my brothers on a lark recently underwent one of those mail-in genetic and ancestry tests. The results were unsurprising. We are as white as a sack of marshmallows. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Any old way. So it's hardly remarkable given that our antecedents followed a common migratory trail from the coal miners and bogs of Western Europe, across the Atlantic, and thereafter across what would become the southern United States. Yes, there were Confederate veterans in my family tree. That's neither a source of pride nor shame. It's a plain statement of fact. Well, most people care about their heritage. I guess it's okay for you not to. Since that gives me at least as much interest in anybody in the fate of public Confederate monuments, here's my vote. I want them gone. Knock them down, pull them down, put them in History Museum, set them up for scrap, what have you. This is all very good. This is all very good and very wonderful, Ms. Floyd. And I can certainly understand. That you feel the way you feel. I understand. But all that being said, there's more to it than what you think and what you want. And I've got and I wrote them out. And I said this. Let me see if I can find my comment. I can't find it. Hang on a minute here. I can't find it. Yeah, it was on my Facebook page. Essentially, what I said was, hang on. Gosh, I'm really sorry about this. Tell you what we'll do. I'm going to find this during the break, and I'll come back with it as we continue here on the Wells Report. This is 660 AM, The Answer.
We have an idea, a celebration featuring you and some special guests. Join us for an evening with Mark Davis, Wednesday, September 20th, Austin Ranch and Grapevine, featuring Colonel Alan West, Cowboys legend Daryl Moose Johnston, and my talk show brother, Mike Gallagher. Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com. A great dinner and an evening of radio stories, hot topics, unpredictable moments. An evening with Mark Davis. Join us September 20th. Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com.
Sponsored by AAA Auger Plumbing Services and Southwest Office Systems.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling. It's been said many times, people believe what they want to believe. Many will ignore logic and go with emotion because the fear of loss is always stronger than the opportunity for gain. This often happens when choosing a home improvement contractor. People are swayed by some pretty before and after pictures and a convincing story accompanied with what sounds like a too good to be true price. They should be concerned with how long have they been in business. What kind of warranties do they have, and are they in writing? Don't get me wrong, price is important, but it should not be the deciding factor. When I started Statewide Remodeling with my partner over 23 years ago, we said we wanted to offer the best products with the strongest warranty at a fair price. I can tell you that is still our goal today. So if you need a company you can trust to install new windows and doors, exterior siding and trim, sunrooms or patio covers, or a new kitchen or bathroom, call us now for a free estimate and receive 23% off your whole project. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095.
When you have sleep apnea, traveling can be a real drag because you have to drag your big, bulky home CPAP device with you everywhere you go. But not anymore. Now you can travel easily and sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. So call now, 1-800-400-1841. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. Transcend is so incredibly small and light, you can easily fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't delay. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-400-1841. Again, that's 1-800-400-1841.
Message and data rates may apply. Please don't text while driving.
Your logo is your brand, your reputation. It's your most valuable asset. So what's the best thing to do with it? Give it away. When the experts at 4imprint put your logo on the right promotional products, giving those items away can make a lasting impression, empower your brand, and attract new customers. In fact, we'll prove it by revealing the top 3 promotional items for driving new customers absolutely free. Simply text the keyword GIVE to 642-642. We don't just print your logo. We're here to help you every step of the way. The 4imprint team can make your logo shine on your choice of thousands of promotional items, all delivered on time at great prices with free art assistance and outstanding customer service that's second to none. Want to turn your logo into profit? Give it away. Discover the top 3 promotional items for driving new customers absolutely free by texting GIVE to 642-642. That's GIVE to 642-642.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions. Manage your candidates from one dashboard. According to an independent study, 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. New users claim your $50 credit to post a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
I want to show you my first ever painting.
All right.
Okay, open your eyes.
Oh, that's a lot of colors and shapes.
So be honest. What do you think?
Well, I like how if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Here, why don't I hold your paintbrush while you call them?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report anyway, as I was saying, and so poorly prepared. There was this wonderful opinion piece by Jacqueline Floyd. Confederate memorials are part of my heritage, and I want them gone. Knock them over, pull them down, put them in history museums, sell them for scrap. As a lifelong history nerd, I've been generally tolerant of these monuments, viewing them as relics of a regional past that, while less than praiseworthy, had interesting moments. But as political systems, as political symbols, they're poisoning us. And when they become the rallying points for white supremacists and neo-Nazis and other morally mutated subspecies, they need to go. Why are they becoming rallying points, Ms. Jacqueline? The reason that they're becoming rallying points is because there are people gathering there to try to destroy them. They're starting this fight, not the people that appreciate these monuments for what they actually are. Moments of posterity from those of the past. The people who put up these monuments put them up for reasons that they voted on. They voted on funding. They voted on who was going to make these monuments, and then they allowed them all to be put together as public projects and placed in public spots, also paid for, also voted on, etc. Every single one of these monuments is the result of a democratic process. A process of societal and monumental courage. Pardon the pun. Don't subtract, add. If you believe there needs to be a monument to some other more progressive aspect of life in America, then you do what they did. Add to your posterity. Create the funding, get the support, buy the land, pick the sculptor, put up the monument to Black Lives Matter if you choose to. But don't try to destroy something just because it's easier. It's easier than building. Destroying is easier than building. I know it is. Anyway, this column is brilliant, but she ends it with this. Yes, those memorials reflect my so-called heritage. I'm fine with my personal history and ancestry. I can do without the statues. Let's plant some trees instead, or some butterfly gardens. Let's bring in some bandstands and picnic tables. Let's have something everybody can share. Well, by all means, let's have monuments that only other people can share. This is what I wrote back. Let's not have monuments that we can't share. The Trail of Tears monument, for example. Most of us aren't Indians. Let's get rid of it. By the way, neither is Jacqueline Floyd. Mount Rushmore. Not all of us are white males. Let's get rid of Mount Rushmore. By the way, neither is Jacqueline Floyd. She's not a white male either. The USS Arizona Memorial. Most of us weren't in the Navy. Most of us weren't bombed. Most of us are still alive. Let's get rid of it. Again, neither was Jacqueline Floyd. She was not bombed. She was not in the Navy. She was not a man. And she is not dead. The Martin Luther King Memorial. Most of us aren't black. Neither is Jacqueline Floyd. Devil's Post Pile. Let's get rid of that national monument. Most of us aren't Satanists. Neither is Jacqueline Floyd. The Walnut Canyon National Monument. Most of us don't live in caves. And then I asked, Jacqueline, do you live in a cave? Anyway. And then, of course, Agate Falls Beds National Monument. Let's get rid of Agate Falls Beds National Monument because most of it aren't agates. Most of us aren't agates. Many of us are Aggies, but not agates. You get the idea. I don't care if you want these monuments taken down. They were built at a time when the people around them wanted them. It's a part of their posterity. Stop subtracting. Add instead. Then I said this. Here, I'm going to donate $5 to the Jacqueline Floyd Apathetic to the Past, Useless Unless It Serves a Political Purpose National Monument. I put the first $5 down on the Jacqueline Floyd Apathetic to the Past Unless It Serves a Political Purpose National Monument. There. Let me get to Mike and Keller. Thanks for joining us. Hello.
Hey, thanks for having me on. That point I wanted to make was that I'm from Georgia originally, and every time you turn around, you can't swing a cat without hitting a Confederate monument. And one of those things is that it serves as a reminder of the sacrifice that was made. It's an atonement. It was a blood sacrifice literally made. And as Georgians, and also in Texas, it was a lost cause. We shed blood. We've paid a price. We were on the wrong side of history on that, but it serves as a reminder. It's like, hey, never again. It's like September 11th memorials. Never forget.
Never forget. And the thing about Georgia is, and what people don't realize, is a little thing called William Tecumseh Sherman's March to the Sea.
Right.
That General Sherman did not rape, he burned. That he did not burn, he killed. That he did not murder or kill, he slaughtered. He left the South broken, barely able to feed itself for at least several years. And I guarantee you, had the South won that war, William Tecumseh Sherman would have been hung from a tree. Because he was a war criminal.
Yeah, no one in the South was his name Sherman.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the simple case of the matter is this: is that when he burned Atlanta, he's the man responsible for burning Atlanta. When all the fires had finally gone out and there was only smoldering smoke and ashes, somebody saw that Confederate battle flag, partially burned and torn. Somebody put it up somewhere, and it became a symbol for the rest of the South, for the rest of our lives, for the rest of their lives, for the rest for most of our lives, until somebody got a problem with this flag. That flag did not to me, that flag does not represent racism or slavery. That flag represents survival. That flag represents the people who fought an overreaching federal government of the United States, who sent the military into a part of the country and killed and raped and burned and slaughtered everything. Racism and bigotry are crimes against humanity, very much like William Tecumseh Sherman's March to the Sea. You can drive through that area and still see the damage. You get into those backwoods in North Georgia and you see how those people live. These people didn't have slaves. Most of them aren't bigots. Most of them can look back to the past where their family lived in a plantation house that no longer exists. Because after it was burned and destroyed and all the crops that were torn up and lost, there was no money, no resources to rebuild the family. And pretty soon, the land was lost. The family wanders around on a little piece of what was left of it. That's all they've got. They don't leave because that's all they've got. Because of a war crime 150 years ago. Were they on the wrong side of history? Yeah. Were these state constitutions the virulent antichrist of all that's good about race relations in the United States? Yes. Yes, they were. But they were also written by the most the greatest zealots of the 5%. Those wealthy landowners that had slaves wrote all those papers. There are plenty of people in the South that didn't have slaves, could care less, simply making a living. Slavery was legal then as it was north of the Mason-Dixon line. And that's the hypocrisy that I rail against. All of that was going on in the North, conveniently forgotten by the revisionist historians. Very much like what we see right now. More revisionism. What are we going to be left with? I'll tell you what we're going to be left with. We're going to be left with people coming down from the North, vandalizing, burning, doing whatever they think they should do in the South because we're all a bunch of bigoted, terrible people that deserve to be punished to this very day. Wrong. There's a guy who's been interacting on my Facebook pages. He's written these tomes after tomes after tomes about this was this and this was that and so on and so forth. It's all very interesting. As soon as you can go to Google and you can find all kinds of things that preclude you thinking and actually coming to your own conclusions. But if all things are equal, and slavery was on both sides of the Mason-Dixon line during the Civil War, if all things are equal in that there's no real difference between the people that wanted to set up the Confederacy and the people that set up the United States of America from a standpoint of trying to avoid taxes and oppression from a greater government authority, all things are equal. So what's left? A few fragments of paper from virulent, horrifying racists that an entire region of the nation, the entire history of an entire region of the nation was based on. The propaganda of the victor becomes the history of the vanquished. President Trump comes home. There are people saying that he didn't react fast enough and say nasty things about white supremacists. He didn't say it quick enough, so obviously he's a white supremacist. The mainstream media plays along, those disgusting rats. What does the president need to do? I know what he needs to do. He needs to stand up and he needs to say that lightning is bad. He needs to stand up and say that the Soviet Union was bad, except, of course, he'll get criticized for that because most of the people in the progressive left are ex-Soviet communists, and they'll get their feelings hurt, and they'll say something snotty about the president of the United States. How would he know, for example? He's too busy making money to understand there even was a Soviet Union. Yeah, okay. Genghis Khan's conquest of Europe was violent and horrifying and terrible and deadly and bloody and all that. What's he supposed to do? Go back in history on every possible thing that could happen again and say, all of these things are awful and terrible. So the people say, well, man, he said that even before there was a problem. No, the whole thing is stupid. The whole thing is stupid. Then there's this. Was the president marked for a deep state siege, a leftist political coup? Was he destined for that to be his, at least first part of his presidency? The Washington Free Beacon and an article by Bill Gertz is next. You won't believe it. You will simply not believe it. It'll make you mad, too. By the way, in case you don't know, the Department of Justice is looking at all of the violations of civil rights law in Charlottesville, Virginia. And they'll run those people to earth, I promise. This is the Wells Report. Texas is a conservative state. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. But it can only stay that way if Texans remain informed and engaged. I'm John David Wells from the Wells Report. Let me tell you a little bit about EmpowerTexans.com. These are people that give you all the information you need about Texas politics. And let me tell you something, you don't have time to do all the studying necessary for you to figure out what you need to do next when it comes to casting a vote in Texas. That's why I implore you to get in touch with EmpowerTexans.com and subscribe to their weekly news digest. Why? Well, because I know the people involved. Michael Quinn Sullivan has been a friend of mine for over a decade. He and I serve in the Texas State Guard together. He's a wonderful human being that cares about his fellow citizens of Texas and wants to make sure that they are fully informed about what's happening. Empower Texans focuses their efforts on city, school, and county government here in the Metroplex. Their Austin offices focus on state government issues. EmpowerTexans.com. Subscribe to their weekly free news digest. Totally free, not spam. I guarantee you it will be a valuable addition to your weekly reading. EmpowerTexans.com. 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 Get their free weekly news digest. Tell them you heard about it on the Wells Report.
660 AM, The Answer.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea, a custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I'm 75 years old, and I don't eat enough vegetables or fruit. And this is a great thing to do. And it seems that I have more energy. It seems that I take that, and I take a lot of blood pressure pills and what do you call it, cholesterol. But my doctor tells me, he said, no, you might cut the dosage down on your pills, because what are you taking? I said, Balance of Nature. He said he didn't know what it was. So I told him, I said, it's fruits and vegetables condensed into little pill form. He goes, well, whatever it is, it's doing you a lot of good.
Good health is only a phone call away. What are you waiting for? Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660 AM.
It's after 5 o'clock and you're driving home from another day at the office. Wouldn't it be nice if your advertising was working around the clock? And if you came into the office the next day with some new business to work on? That would be great, right? Here at 660 AM The Answer, we talk to business owners every day, and they all want the same thing, positive word of mouth. They want people talking about them in a good way. Well, we've done that for businesses all across the Metroplex. That's why you hear commercials from many of the same advertisers day after day. It's because advertising on 660 AM The Answer works, and we can do that for your business. Imagine your commercial running in shows you listen to each day, like John David Wells, Mark Davis, or Sean Hannity. Now, it's not right for everybody, and we'll tell you if it's not. We value clients that have the same high ethical standards that we hold dear. If this sounds good to you, go to 660amtheanswer.com and click on Advertise with Us, and it will give you some more information. Then just give us a call or shoot us an email. Thanks.
Rhino Shield stands up to the weather. Rhino Shield beautifies your home.
Rhino Shield. Working on it right now.
It's not paint.
Rhino Shield looks like paint, but it's not paint. With Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint the exterior of your home again. Did you know that regular paint is 60% water? That's why, especially in our hot climate, paint becomes brittle, cracks, peels, and fades in just a few short years. Rhino Shield is not paint. It's a ceramic coating that's guaranteed to never crack, chip, or peel for 25 years. It will look as good as new for decades to come. For a free quote, call 214-717-6868. That's 214-717-6868. 214-717-6868.
Rhino Shield stands up to the weather. Rhino Shield beautifies your home.
Rhino Shield.
It's not paint.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. Now, more of the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. By the way, there was going to be a white nationalist rally on the campus of Texas A&M. Richard Spencer was going to be doing it. University officials issued a statement saying that it was canceled because of safety concerns. On 6 December 2016, the university and law enforcement allowed the same speaker the opportunity to share his views, taking all of the necessary precautions to ensure a peaceful event. However, in this case, circumstances and information relating to the event have changed. The risk of life and safety compel us to cancel this event. See, that's the next thing about all this. You know, this is all free speech, you know. White supremacists, them purveying their filth. The Black Lives Matter people purveying their filth. People standing up to protect the monuments. They're doing what they think is the right thing to do. People trying to take them down, they're trying to do the right thing. But the question is, what are the issues behind all of these actors engaging with each other? Well, they're kingmakers and politicians and people who want to split us and divide us so that they can watch the argument and drink their drinks and laugh quietly in the background. That's what I'm thinking. The war's over. Let the monuments stand. Add, don't subtract. This is the Wells Report.
Dennis Prager sees misdirected fighting from the left.
One of the reasons they are hysterical about global warming, because they need something to fight. And when you don't fight evil, you must fight something else. I have seen this my whole life. It has been a rule of my life. Those who don't fight real evils fight made-up evils or little evils. When you don't fight evil, it's over.
The Dennis Prager Show, weekdays at noon, right before Sean Hannity at 2 on 660 AM. The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friend Josh DeShong. Let's make this the summer where Josh sells your home as quickly as he sold ours. I love this guy. You get the Josh DeShong promise. He comes, sits down with you. You talk price and time frame. You reach an agreement on a price you'd love and a time frame you can handle. And if he can't sell that house of yours at that price in that time frame, he buys it. He promises if he can't sell it, he buys it. So get going. 972-325-6644. 972-325-6644 or getsold.net. Now, not only will he do that on the market, but there's an instant buyout program right now. They can give you an offer today without even listing the home. Best part is in a lot of areas throughout North Texas, you're getting full market value without even listing the home, not worrying about showings and stuff. So if you're really ready to move fast, go for the instant buyout program. 972-325-6644. Ask about it at 972-325-6644 or getsold.net.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity if you have over $100,000 in available assets until you receive your customized income for life quote from Next Gen Annuity Strategy pioneer J.D. Melberg. These quotes use little-known strategies to show you how you may get up to 33% more income in retirement. Using J.D. Melberg Financial's exclusive Next Gen strategies, John, 58, will get $36,000 of guaranteed income per year from his retirement savings, and Mary, 62, over $9,000 per year. They'll never run out of money, no matter how long they live. So grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you your free income for life quote using little-known strategies we believe you should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-201-7676 now to receive your free income for life quote with our exclusive Next Gen Annuity Strategies from a J.D. Melberg Insurance licensed agent. Call 800-201-7676. That's 800-201-7676. Increased income is possible following a specific strategy suited to your financial goals. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurance company. Hypothetical examples not available in all states. Results vary.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM. The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. North Korea says it's presented Kim Jong-un with plans to launch missiles into the water near the U.S. territory of Guam. Secretary of Defense James Mattis says any missiles fired toward U.S. territory would greatly escalate tensions between the two countries.
If they do that, then it's game on.
Mattis says such actions could escalate into war quite quickly. Terrorists are looking to target the commuter and passenger rail systems in the United States and Europe.
The new edition of Al-Qaeda's online propaganda magazine calls on its followers to target trains in the U.S. and Europe, identifying 3 methods of attack: the train's compartments, derailment, or assaults on stations.
Fox's Catherine Herridge in Washington. Protesters in North Carolina have toppled a statue of a Confederate soldier. Activists on Monday evening using a rope to pull down the monument outside a Durham courthouse. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM. The Answer.
Hey, everybody. Mark Davis with news from the world of foundation repair, and what a busy world that is. I want to tell you about the folks I have used, Abacus Foundation Repair. They've been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. It's all about peace of mind. You don't want foundation problems. When they're solved, you want them solved right. You want an elite state-of-the-art solution for your home, and they've got it. Abacus Foundation Repair, Millennium Composite Pilings, the only DFW foundation repair contractor that has this advanced system. And here's something they want you to know. They have an A+ from the Better Business Bureau and a lifetime warranty insured by a $2 million products and services policy per project. $2 million backing up their work. You can be 100% certain your foundation will be repaired right the first time. So get in touch, 972-406-9000. Call the right company first. Abacus Foundation Repair. Count on them. Get it? AbacusFoundationRepair.com, 406-9000.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Need a new CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry the world's best CPAP machines, including top-of-the-line ResMed equipment. To move inventory, we're selling our ResMed AirStart machines at a fraction of the price of similar machines. Call now and ask for one of these overstocked CPAPs. We'll even provide free next-day air shipping on your ResMed machine order, so you get it fast. Call 1-800-900-6135. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and has everything you need to treat sleep apnea. With no retail overhead or costly middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com is overstocked on ResMed AirStart CPAPs and offering free next-day air shipping on these devices. Call now for these great deals and others. Call 1-800-900-6135. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-900-6135.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-700-0299. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-700-0299. That's 1-800-700-0299. 1-800-700-0299.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Climate Evangelista Eye Center, and we both have a question for you. Are you wearing contact lenses or glasses right now? If so, another question. Why? It's time to be free to see with KE, as in Climate Evangelista Eye Center. Don't continue to settle for contacts and glasses, the hassles, the never-ending costs. Be free to see with KE, Climate Evangelista Eye Center, offering LASIK for no money down and as low as $3 a day, and receive an after LASIK adventure like tickets to the zoo, water park, stuff that used to be problematic back when you had contacts to pop out or glasses to lose. If you think you might find a better price in town, let us know. With a KE Value Match Guarantee, they'll meet or beat any competitor with the same technology and warranty. For more info, 1-800-714-2020 to schedule your free LASIK consultation today. LASIK Surgery, LASIK, LASIKsurgery.com, or call 1-800-714-2020. Be free to see. 1-800-714-2020.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Every day people ask me, can I still take advantage of today's low rates? Is it still a good time to refinance? The answer is yes. Now's a great time to call Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.19%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells. 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Did you catch this? Did you catch the photoshopped photo of President Trump with a known skinhead, some alt-left clown? Yeah, it was all put together, and it was really terrible, and so on and so forth, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. The White House and President Trump, of course, condemn white supremacists. Yeah, okay, whatever. Genghis Khan was a terrible guy. Just ask President Trump. He put that out today. Stalin was awful. Well, except for the pathological leftist clowns that are in America trying to give us the old Soviet Union as a way for them to keep power on something. They can't balance a checkbook, so they need to be able to tell us how to live. I just talked to one of those clowns just a moment ago. Yeah, it was like one of these little snowflake girls. Yeah, she spent like $120,000 on her education. She was giving me garbage about, let's see, ha 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 ha, because you guys sound like regular Nietzsche's or Einsteins. So I said, by the way, I'm not defending anybody on the Nazi BLM left, but just for giggles, what is the quote that Nietzsche is famous for? Can't answer the question. Can't answer the question. Yep. Darling, if you're going to play in the big leagues, you better bring a big league game. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. I saw this from Bill Gertz today, and I almost cried. A White House national security official has charged that leftist opponents of President Trump are engaged in political warfare operations designed to subvert his presidency and drive him from office. Rich Higgins, until recently the director of strategic planning at the NSC, the National Security Council, revealed the program in a 7-page memorandum produced in May that warns of concerted information warfare campaigns by the Marxist left, Islamists, political leaders, and government officials opposed to this populist president. The Trump administration is suffering under withering information campaigns designed to first undermine, then delegitimize, and ultimately remove this president, says Rich Higgins. This is not politics as usual, but rather political warfare at an unprecedented level that is openly engaged in the direct targeting of a seated president through manipulation of the news cycle. This, by the way, was what I was saying months ago. Higgins is an Army veteran, a former Pentagon official who specialized in irregular warfare and who was dismissed last month for writing this memo, saying the attacks should not be confused with normal partisan political attacks or adversarial media attention. The former aide criticized the White House for failing to counter the activities and said the political warfare attacks threaten the Trump presidency. I called it a slow-motion leftist political coup. The White House response to these campaigns reflects a political advocacy mindset that it is intensely reactive, severely under-inclusive, dangerously inadequate to the threat. If action is not taken to rescope and respond to these hostile campaigns very soon, the administration risks implosion and subsequent early departure from the White House. Higgins was fired by the Deputy National Security Advisor, Ricky Waddell. This after the memo came to Waddell's attention as a part of an internal search for leaks from the staff. What I would suggest is that Ricky Waddell has skin in this deposing of Donald Trump game, which is why he fired Rich Higgins. Higgins' firing, along with that of two other NSC conservatives, Derek Harvey and Ezra Cohen Watnick, has set off political infighting and charges from conservatives. The National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, is opposing Trump's populist policies in favor of maintaining the policies of the former Obama administration. Now, remember something here. McMaster just got a huge vote of confidence from Senator John McCain. Do we think that McCain is part of this deep state? Yeah. 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 No doubt about it. Harvey, a retired Army colonel, recently complained to McMaster about the large number of officials who were kept on at the NSC from the Obama administration. He was told by McMaster that he had a leadership problem, according to people close to the matter. Cohen Watnick was a senior director for intelligence programs at the NSC, ran afoul of McMaster because of his conservative views. A White House official said McMaster appears to be trying to clear out anyone from the NSC staff who is outspokenly pro-Trump and has been slow-rolling the presidential directives that he disagrees with. According to White House sources, Trump is said to be unhappy with McMaster, has considered dispatching him to Afghanistan. A possible replacement is said to be CIA Director Mike Pompeo, who is regarded as more of a Trump loyalist. An NSC spokesman declined to comment. Foreign Policy magazine first published the memo Thursday, quoted sources as saying, Trump read it and gushed over it. Higgins urged in the memo that immediate action be taken to counter what he described as a campaign of subversion, reflecting cultural Marxism narratives used by political leftists who are aligned with Islamist groups. In candidate Trump, the opposition saw a threat to the politically correct enforcement narratives they've meticulously laid in over the past few decades. These are words I said myself. I did not read Rich Higgins' memo first. President Trump has the opportunity to disassemble so much of the progressive agenda that has been laid out for decades that they absolutely had to react. I've said that over and over and over again. This is what we call confirmation. In President Trump, they see a latent threat to continue that effort to ruinous effect, and their retaliatory response reflects this fear. What I would suggest the president do is what I have said over and over and over again. You're seeing a very weak response, but at least it's happening. Put a special prosecutor on the tail of Hillary Clinton. Do the same thing with President Obama. James Comey. Get after these people. Put a special prosecutor on Samantha Power, Susan Rice, John Brennan. If these guys want to fight, give them one. Because they are fighting to take down your presidency with James Mueller, clearly a deep state advocate, stacking an entire staff of Hillary Clinton lawyers bent on bringing this president down through some kind of investigative action.
I mean, Robert Mueller.
What did I say, James Mueller? Did I say James? I'm sorry. Robert Mueller. Thank you. Robert S. Mueller III. I'm sorry. Thank you. This is what I've been trying to get across to President Trump for months. It seems as though so has Mr. Higgins. During the presidential campaign, Trump was able to break through the leftist narratives, and as a result, the political left regarded him as an existential threat to cultural Marxist memes that dominate the prevailing cultural narrative. This is what happens when you become really, really good at opposition force tactics and capability. This Rich Higgins guy, he's the guy you hate to see coming. Because he's the guy that's about to present you with a problem set you can't handle. Because he is the guy trying to find out what it takes to be able to break down your command control, your capability for reaction to a threat. He's an Op 4 guy. That's what he does. Opposition force. He is recognizing that this is much more than just partisan politics. This is an attack on this president, duly elected, legally elected by the people of the United States, not defended by the right under constant withering attack from the left. The only people that can save him is us. And if we don't win this fight, if we don't keep this president, we'll never pick another president in our lives. Never. As far as this cabal is concerned, says Higgins, Trump must be destroyed. Far from politics as usual, this is a political warfare event that seeks the destruction of a sitting president. Since Trump took office, the situation has intensified to crisis-level proportions, says Rich Higgins. The opponents also include officials within permanent government apparatus, also called the deep state. Other opponents are supporting Marxist subversion, including those within government, along with globalists, bankers, Islamists, and established Republicans. These are the same people that are talking about climate change, that it's going to destroy the earth. The only thing that we can do to keep the earth from being destroyed is pay all these people huge amounts of money. The political warfare campaign seeks to exploit differences in society based on, get a load of this, sexism, racism, xenophobic narratives. The program is implemented by the mainstream media and the academic community as the main driver promoting the imposition of cultural Marxism and its derivatives. Rich Higgins has written this letter. It's in the Washington Free Beacon. Fired NSA aide reveals political warfare operation targeting Trump. He is under attack. You know it. I know it. This is how he's under attack. Rich Higgins wrote the article. You need to read it. Does it look a little tin hattish? Yeah. Is it? No. That's not a tin hat. That's a Kevlar one. This is the Wells Report.
If you've got your sights set on a trip this year, why not celebrate Jerusalem's 50th anniversary in Israel with Dennis Prager, Mike Gallagher, and other 660 AM The Answer listeners? Stand with Israel and explore all that it has to offer, from modern urban and political vitality to historic and ancient landmarks you cannot find anywhere else. This October 22nd through November 1st, come see the majesty of the Mediterranean coastline, friendly cosmopolitan cities, and the intercultural dynamics of Israel. With a cultural past that reaches back even before recorded history, make your plans now to explore Israel's sites like the Golan Heights, the Western Wall, Jerusalem, and much more. You've read and heard about these places for years. Now come and visit them for yourself. Stand with Israel this October 22nd through November the 1st. Time is running out to book your trip. For affordable prices and all-inclusive details, visit 660amtheanswer.com. That's 660amtheanswer.com to register.
People call us when they just don't want to waste any more time living out an uncertain financial future.
Jerry Bailey and Dottie Schaefer of the Retirement Hour.
People often make serious mistakes when they inherit money or when they move money around from one account to another. Call us first and keep your money safe.
For over 30 years, we've helped Texas families just like yours eliminate their risk in retirement. The sooner you call, the safer your options.
Call us today for your free, no-obligation retirement review in our Dallas or our Fort Worth office.
The future is coming. When it's your last day in the office, enjoy peace of mind knowing you won't be blindsided in retirement. 800-550-6750.
Protect and grow with us. Local relationship, local accountability.
Don't run out of money before you run out of time. Call Jerry and Dottie for your free no-obligation consultation. 800-550-6750. Learn more at theretirementhour.com. 800-550-6750. 6750.
Futures and options trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors.
Fire the stockbroker and hire yourself. I'm Larry Levin, and I've been on the trading floor for 23 years. I was one of the biggest traders in the S&P pit. I'm also the president of Trading Advantage, a leading educational firm teaching people how to become professional day traders. Now, for a limited time, I'm offering one of the trading techniques I use to make $1.9 million for free. Invest in and control your own future. Get started right now by calling 800-914-5567. Leave your email address on my voicemail, and I'll email you my free trading technique and daily insider's market report at no cost to you. This is the very information I use to build my fortune.
I was getting ready to retire. I still needed to make extra income, but I didn't want to work for anyone else. Because of Larry and his excellent instructors, I can trade successfully for myself, and I'll never have to work for someone else again.
Fire the stockbroker and hire the most dependable person you know. You. Again, call in the next 90 minutes. Leave your email address on my voicemail, 800-914-5567. 800-914-5567.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea, a custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
After a rough day on the range, a fella can get a bit saddle sore. That's why I use Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. It works fast and penetrates deep to soothe my tired muscles and joints.
And he don't stink.
And I'll tell you one thing, I had no idea this stuff was so darn handy.
Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. Available at all major retailers. It works fast for long-lasting soothing of tired muscles and joints.
And you won't stink.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only inside the state of Texas. It's called the Texas State Guard. I'm Tech Sergeant John Wells of the 4th Air Wing, and we're looking for you to join us. Give us a call at 877-398-8350. That's 877-398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
Out of Washington Free Beacon, there's an article by Bill Gertz, posted by Bill Gertz. It is a redo of a memo that was written by a guy named Rich Higgins. An Army veteran, former Pentagon official, specialized in irregular warfare, was dismissed last month after writing this memo. Came across somebody named Ricky Waddell, who was a deputy national security advisor. Waddell saw the memo, read it, and fired Rich Higgins. Rich Higgins, Derek Harvey, Ezra Cohen Watnick, all gone. And they were all very serious supporters of President Trump. Higgins is talking about the fact that he believes that this attack against President Trump is not typical partisan politics, but partisan political warfare. And he is correct. We've never seen anything like this against a sitting president. And the reason it is going against a sitting president is because he is our president. We, the people of the United States, put him there. He is a populist. He is not a Republican. He is not a Democrat. Therefore, the Republicans do not defend him. In fact, they attack him. The Democrats attack him at will. Maxine Waters is turning herself into a cartoon. She looks like a complete moron with all of her anti-Trump bigotry and ridiculous statements. And yet no one takes her on. No one says anything about her. No one says, hey, you're not helping. That should be somebody on the Democrat side. But the Democrat side have got their gloves off, weapons drawn, warfare commenced against this president. For this cabal, Trump must be destroyed. Far from politics as usual, this is political warfare that seeks destruction of a sitting president. Rich Higgins says a complicating factor in the political warfare program is that many close to the president have pushed him off his message that he was using when he was a candidate, thus alienating him from his base and isolating him in the process. Like I said, if you like this president and you want to keep him, you better support him. The political warfare follows the insurgency methods used by the Chinese Communist leader Mao Zedong. In Mao insurgencies, the formation of a counter-state is essential to seizing state power. Political warfare operates as one of the activities of the counter-state and is primarily focused on the resourcing and mobilization of the counter-state or the exhaustion and demobilization of the targeted political movement. In Marxist strategy and tactics, political correctness is used to foster intolerance of political movements on the right and toleration of leftist movements. Are we seeing that yet? I mean, like today, right? Yesterday, day before. We'll see it again tomorrow. Isn't it weird to have somebody reading to you the playbook that is going to drive the news cycle for tomorrow and the next day and the next? There's more. It's almost like this was planned. You know why? Because it's been planned. The deep state is after this president. They are after this president because he can upset the entire apple cart. We, the people of the United States, need to support and protect this president. If you don't, well, I'll tell you that next. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My air conditioner broke down.
Sorry, but your home insurance doesn't cover air conditioner breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my air conditioner?
I'm afraid not.
But his air conditioner could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus major components of 20 other home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. Homeowners insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
How the dryer won't work.
Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. That's 1-800-900-9203. 1-800-900-9203.
For me, it was the big S-Class from the 90s. Beautiful. My friend's dad had one.
The SL. All of the SLs. I've been watching those since I was a kid.
I think the 1971 SC was the first Mercedes that just blew me away.
Everyone wants the original, the authentic. And with a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, you can experience the iconic luxury, unparalleled safety, and performance of Mercedes-Benz at a price you can afford. But just remember, only your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer has the skilled technicians to certify that your pre-owned vehicle is up to Mercedes-Benz standards. And only your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer offers an unlimited mileage warranty, so you can drive with confidence as far as you'd like for up to 5 years. There are pre-owned vehicles, and then there are Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned vehicles. Visit the Certified Pre-Owned Sales event going on now through August 31st and receive 2 years of complimentary prepaid maintenance and special financing available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details.
You are listening to the Wells Report, testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. It is an attack against a sitting president, the likes of which we have never seen before. Dinesh D'Souza has noticed it. He has written The Big Lie, exposing the Nazi roots of the American left. Can it be that we are there? Are we in a place where the American left is practicing political warfare against a sitting president because they think they're on the brink of defeat? Dinesh D'Souza, New York Times bestselling author, next time on the Wells Report. Ooh, that was a good one. Mark Davis, welcome back from your fantastic vacation, my brother. We missed you. I want to tell you that coming up later on the Wells Report, Dinesh D'Souza, the #1 New York Times best-selling author, will be bringing us his latest work. It's called The Big Lie, exposing the Nazi roots of the American left. Can it be true? Is this president under political attack by America's Nazi left? We'll talk about it next time. We'll talk about it with Dinesh D'Souza next time on the Wells Report.
Back problems just like yours. We don't use addictive drugs, and we don't use any type of dangerous invasive surgery for these problems. Spinal decompression is safe, FDA cleared, and it's not painful, and has about an 86% success rate. We accept most insurances, and your first visit will be at no charge. You will sit down and visit with me personally until I've answered all of your questions. And if you're a candidate for decompression, you can try out the treatment all at no charge to you. So if you're ready to not hurt anymore and don't want to have surgery, call me at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922 or online at mylowback.com.
Fall is right around the corner. Freshen up your home with incredible deals on the latest flooring styles at Lumber Liquidators. This week, get the hottest trends in wood look waterproof flooring up to 58% off. Save on more than 60 wide-width hardwood floors, like 21% off Delaware Driftwood Oak, featured in this year's HGTV Dream Home. It's the lowest price of the year. And take an extra 15% off all Dream Home laminate floors. Get more deals from 59 cents and special financing. Hurry, get to Lumber Liquidators today.
If you've been mattress shopping lately, you know that it can be extremely frustrating. So what's the best mattress in Dallas-Fort Worth? It's the Sovereign European Sleep System. Most people who buy a mattress at Sovereign will drive past between 4 and 22 big box mattress stores. Think about that. They drove past 4 other mattress stores to shop at Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Why? It's simply a better bed. A healthier, more durable, more comfortable mattress at a very reasonable price. Sovereign European Sleep Systems in Dallas and Southlake. Learn more at sovn.com.
660 AM, The Answer. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells, thanking you very much for being a part of the broadcast. Let's find out what Mark Davis has for us. He shows up, say, 7 o'clock in the morning? Can't miss that. Mark, what have you got planned for us?
Hey, JD, good Monday evening. Once again, a national disorder gets in the way of constructive conversation, and that is, of course, Trump hatred, interfering with what should be a clear path toward identifying and renouncing bigotry and hate, which all good-hearted people do. But no, we're seeing obsessions about Trump's exact words, exaggerations of how many white supremacists even exist. So we're going to make sense of all of this. We got a good long day to do it. I'm filling in for Hugh Hewitt tomorrow morning. So it starts at 5, goes till 8 nationally, then 8 to 10 our normal local window. And we look forward to talking to you all sometime tomorrow, anytime. Pick it, 5 to 10 a.m. Mark Davis in for you, and then here locally on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Rich Higgins, until recently the director of strategic planning at the NSC, has revealed a program of political warfare operations directed against President Donald Trump. It is a combination of the mainstream media. It is a combination of the deep state. It's a combination of the Democrat Party, progressives, and, oh, by the way, the implicit acceptance by the Republican Party. The attack narratives being used are pervasive, can be seen in social media, television, and the 24-hour news cycle in all media, as well as within the foreign policy establishment. They inform the entertainment industry, from late-night monologues to situation comedies to television series memes to movie themes, said Higgins. The effort required to direct this capacity at President Trump is little more than a programming decision to do so. The cultural Marxist narrative is fully deployed, pervasive, full spectrum, and ongoing. Remember when President Trump was talking about everybody doing their fair share, getting a fair shake? That's communism. Right in front of your face. Propelled through Obamacare, which, by the way, is still alive thanks to the moderate Republican Party. These are the things that were flushed out into the public eye first by Donald Trump's candidacy, and then slowly fighting back, step by step by step, threatening the president with ruin unless he goes along to get along. He is being pushed into a much more moderate circumstance. The only people that can give him the courage of his convictions is us. And I'm telling you, Rich Higgins is all over it. See, these are the guys that I like the most. These guys that are up for opposition force, irregular warfare guys. They're my kind of people. The current campaign against Trump is seeking to delegitimize the president, his administration, the vision of America he promoted as a candidate. Key major opposition themes: Trump is illegitimate, corrupt, and dishonest. Secondary political attacks include the notion that Russia hacked the election. Trump obstructed justice, is now hiding Russian collusion. He is a puppet of Russian leader Vladimir Putin. Adversaries utilize these interlocking narratives as a defensive political and information warfare screen that silences critics, smears supporters of President Trump. I've been smeared by people. It happened tonight. When people in the media question the behavior, actions, or decisions of the Trump administration's opponents, they are immediately said to be working for the Russians or supporting Russian propaganda. Additionally, Americans who support the president are deemed deplorable and racist. Attacks on President Trump are not just about destroying him, but destroying the vision of America that led to his election. People telling us plainly that Reagan's supply-side economics, which has another name, free market capitalism, ignited the biggest economic expansion in the history of the human endeavor. They keep telling us it was a failure. Not the case. It was a brilliant victory for something that did not pay the progressive agenda its desperate need to succeed. And then Higgins says this: defending this president is a defense of the United States. In the same way President Lincoln was surrounded by political opposition both inside and outside of his wire, in both overt and covert forms, so too is President Trump. Had Lincoln failed, so too would have the Republic. The administration has been maneuvered into a constant backpedal by relentless political warfare attacks structured to force him to assume a reactive posture that assures inadequate responses. The president can either drive or be driven by events. It's time for him to drive them. Yes, it is. I'm not saying I told you so, but I've been talking about this for months. This president needs to take charge. He needs to take the initiative. He's got the tools. But he has got to get Jeff Sessions to start laying down special prosecutors against Susan Rice, Loretta Lynch, James Comey, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, Lois Lerner. He needs to do that right now. One right after another. Every day, a new special prosecutor impaneled to take out these people. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that, and I mean this sincerely, to investigate what they've done. Present it to a grand jury and let the chips fall where they may. A simple explanation of espionage law to a grand jury, and then a description of how Hillary Clinton operated that clandestine server of hers would equal an indictment. An investigation of President Obama's unbelievable spying on AP reporters and James Rosen. Go back in the records to determine whether or not there was indeed a lack of warrant from a FISA judge, and that is an indictment. Susan Rice, going back through all of those pieces of intelligence, everything that involved President Trump's campaign and transition officials that were unmasked for the sake of politics instead of intelligence. John Brennan did all that. There are spreadsheets that track these people via their cell phones all around Washington, keeping track of where they eat lunch and who they're eating lunch with. So when you start talking about the fact that you don't really care if people are listening in on your cell phones because you've got nothing to hide, I guarantee you have things to hide. It's going to be amazing that you're the most surprised guy in the room when they charge you with what they charge you with. I didn't do any of that stuff. What are you talking about? Of course you did. This person, Russian agent, you didn't know that? Of course you didn't know that. Suddenly there's $1,500 in your savings account that you can't account for. What the hell happened to that? I don't know where it came from. Sure you didn't. You can get an indictment from a grand jury on that too. You don't think that's happening? Look at what's happening to the president. Does it look like he's under attack? Because I assure you, he's under attack. I'm telling you, this is not a game. This is serious. These are real things. This is really happening. You are seeing it for yourself. And not only that, but Rich Higgins wrote it all down in a piece of paper and got fired for it. Why did that happen? Why would you fire somebody whose job it is to write those very kinds of memos? Oops, he was just too accurate. Oh, so sorry. He's too correct. We got to get rid of him. He's too smart. The guy's name is Rich Higgins. The article is Fired NSC Aide Reveals Political Warfare Operation Targeting Trump. Posted by Bill Gertz. August 11, 2017, Washington Free Beacon. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell did not intend to pick a fight when he questioned President Trump's expectations and was surprised by the explosion it produced, according to people close to the Senate GOP leader. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden Mitch McConnell realized, what do you mean? I'm in political trouble here? What? Ooh. McConnell and Trump spoke Wednesday about what McConnell's allies characterized as a misunderstanding, but that did little to quell the president's anger. We should have had health care approved, Trump said from his Jersey golf club. McConnell should have known that he had a couple of votes that turned on him, that it should have been very easy to handle, whether it's through the fact that he can take away a committee chairmanship or do whatever you have to do. Sources close to McConnell said he's stunned by Trump's attacks, which have only increased in recent days because they target a member of his own team. Some in the administration say McConnell should have seen it coming. A senior administration official expressed 100% agreement with the president that McConnell has not done enough to advance his legislative agenda. The source cited McConnell's failure on health care, the record slow pace in confirming his nominees to key executive branch positions, feeding the deep state narrative, by the way. Trump said Trump and his allies recognize he was elected to the White House despite the barrage of personal attacks from Democrat presidential nominee Hillary Clinton because voters wanted accomplishments that will change the status quo. That is indeed what we want. We had better remind this president that's what he wants, that's what we want, and support him, or we're gonna lose him. The administration delegated the repeal and replacement of Obamacare to McConnell and Speaker Paul Ryan. They're not getting the job done. Paul Ryan did his job. Sent the Senate a perfectly good bill. The Senate crapped all over it. Said, no, this isn't going to work. Not going to do it. And then failed to come up with something better. All you have to do is get rid of this. Just repeal it. Lock, stock, and barrel like you did in 2015. Put that back up there, vote on it again and again and again, and get it passed, McConnell, or the world is going to pass you by. People think that Mitch McConnell maybe have lost a step. Yeah, I would say. McConnell argues he worked hard and exhausted every option to pass Obamacare repeal legislation. The source pointed out that senators just left town for a 4-week break from Washington. The complaint among Trump allies is that while McConnell vowed to burn the midnight oil to get things accomplished in the majority, that hasn't happened. McConnell has deftly avoided confrontations with Trump during last year's presidential campaign, but stepped on a landmine today when he said Trump had excessive expectations about how quickly things happen in the Democrat process. Scott Jennings, a former senior political advisor to the Kentucky lawmaker, said McConnell was merely offering a dispassionate, emotionless view of the realities of Washington. No, he wasn't. He was saying this uneducated rube thinks he can come into Washington and get things through my Senate. Well, he doesn't get that. That's what I heard him say. How about you? Well, he obviously doesn't have an idea of how things go in Washington. Yeah, we do. Just not with you, Senator McConnell. I believe politics is a team sport. Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump has been largely on the same team, only for the past few months, but dating back to Mitch McConnell's most recent re-election campaign. Trump gave him $50,000. There's more. It's next. This is the Wells Report.
Dennis Prager sees misdirected fighting from the left.
One of the reasons they are hysterical about global warming, because they need something to fight. And when you don't fight evil, you must fight something else. I have seen this my whole life. It has been a rule of my life. Those who don't fight real evils fight made-up evils or little evils. When you don't fight evil, it's over.
The Dennis Prager Show, weekdays at noon, right before Sean Hannity at 2 on 660 AM. The Answer.
If you have retirement questions, you can bet Reed Johnson probably has the answer. Join him every Saturday at 9 for Wealth Smart. With over 17 years of experience, Reed can help take the guesswork out of your retirement planning. Wealth Smart is your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Don't miss Wealth Smart with Reed Johnson, the president of Lake Point Advisory Group, every Saturday at 9, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. Let's talk about AC service techs that are really just salesmen in disguise. Most companies use their service techs to sell new equipment on service calls, and the more equipment they sell, the more commission they make. But would you buy a new car from your mechanic? The fact is, the guy you're trusting to repair your system actually makes more money if he can sell you a new one. At Reliant Air Conditioning, you get a certified service technician, not a salesman. Our techs don't work on commission, and they don't sell equipment. If you need a new system, now you can combine manufacturer and utility rebates to save over $5,000 on a brand new system that can cut your electric bill in half. So call 2 other companies first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning and see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-YOUR-HERO or ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife, so I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it. Trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free, no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-700-5593. That's 1-800-700-5593. 1-800-700-5593.
Rhino Shield stands up to the weather. Rhino Shield beautifies your home.
Rhino Shield.
It's not paint.
Rhino Shield looks like paint, but it's not paint. With Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint the exterior of your home again. Did you know that regular paint is 60% water? That's why, especially in our hot climate, paint becomes brittle, cracks, peels, and fades in just a few short years. Rhino Shield is not paint. It's a ceramic coating that's guaranteed to never crack, chip, or peel for 25 years. It will look as good as new for decades to come. For a free quote, call 214-717-6868. That's 214-717-6868. 214-717-6868.
Rhino Shield stands up to the weather. Rhino Shield beautifies your home.
Rhino Shield.
It's not paint.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with 2 brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number 866-660-5759. Thanks very much for listening to the broadcast tonight. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to be able to serve you. Maybe this will incentivize the leadership of the Senate to actually do something because they put 0 points on the board. The only thing the Senate leadership has done is to confirm Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. Other than that, they've done nothing, said Brian Darling, a conservative Republican strategist and former Senate aide. Trump is 100% right to point at them and say they're not doing their job. They're not even starting debate on the infrastructure and tax reform bills. Conservative activists said the GOP base is furious over the failure to pass legislation repealing and replacing Obamacare, and that Trump is right to hold congressional leaders' feet to the fire. Trump gets it, but I don't think the majority leader does, said Judson Phillips, founder of the Tea Party Nation. Yeah, I think that pretty much says it all, don't you? Wow, what a Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow we return 7 to midnight on most of this same radio station. Dinesh,
8 to midnight.
8 to midnight, what did I say?
7.
I don't know why I said that. Dinesh D'Souza, The Big Lie, exposing the Nazi roots of the American left. The Big Lie, Dinesh D'Souza will join us tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicky Stifer. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swinney. My name is John David Wells. I'm going to try to figure out how many hours a day I'm on the air here at 6:60 a.m. The Answer. See you tomorrow.
If you've got your sights set on a trip this year, why not celebrate Jerusalem's 50th anniversary in Israel with Dennis Prager, Mike Gallagher, and other 660 AM The Answer listeners? Stand with Israel and explore all that it has to offer. From modern urban and political vitality to historic and ancient landmarks you cannot find anywhere else. This October 22nd through November 1st, come see the majesty of the Mediterranean coastline, friendly cosmopolitan cities, and the intercultural dynamics of Israel. With a cultural past that reaches back even before recorded history, make your plans now to explore Israel's sites like the Golan Heights, the Western Wall, Jerusalem, and much more. You've read and heard about these places for years. Now come and visit them for yourself. Stand with Israel this October 22nd through November the 1st. Time is running out to book your trip. For affordable prices and all-inclusive details, visit 660amtheanswer.com. That's 660amtheanswer.com to register.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-953-4545.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-953-4545. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-953-4545. 800-953-4545.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of jobs get a qualified candidate in just one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Defense Secretary James Mattis says the U.S. would take out any North Korean missile seen heading for American soil.
I think if they fire at the United States, it could escalate into war very quickly. Yes, that's called war.
North Korea on Monday announcing it has presented a plan to leader Kim Jong-un to fire 4 ballistic missiles into the waters near the U.S. territory of Guam. The man accused of murder in Saturday's Charlottesville, Virginia car attack denied bond at a court appearance Monday.
Alleged murderer James Alex Fields Jr. made her first appearance via video from jail. He answered yes, sir, when asked if he understood the proceedings. The public defender's office was expected to represent Fields, but because a relative of a public defender was connected to Saturday's crash, the office refused.
Fox's Doug McElway says a local attorney will represent Fields. Fox News. We report, you decide.
This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. We have an idea, a celebration featuring you and some special guests. Join us for an evening with Mark Davis, Wednesday, September 20th, Austin Ranch and Grapevine, featuring Colonel Alan West, Cowboys legend Daryl Moose Johnston, and my talk show brother, Mike Gallagher. Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com. A great dinner and an evening of radio stories, hot topics, unpredictable moments. An evening with Mark Davis. Join us September 20th. Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com.
Sponsored by AAA Auger Plumbing Services and Southwest Office Systems.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekend.